Brandon McCarthy, once a prized prospect for the Rangers, never reached his potential while in the Lone Star State. He would love to show the team that let him go what they are missing. So far in his short stint in Oakland, the lanky right-hander has impressed the A's with 3 quality starts in 5 outings. McCarthy looks to lead the Green and Gold to a series win today. A's Rangers next. Beautiful afternoon at the Coliseum as we wrap up this 4-game series. Beltre the DH today, Kurt Suzuki behind the plate, and the A's are looking for a series win. Game 4, and it's the series finale. Texas Rangers, Oakland A's. Day baseball from the Coliseum. You'll see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. We've seen a lot in this series. We've seen some pretty good pitching performances by the A's, Ray. And we've also seen how dangerous this Rangers lineup is.
Well, it's great to see the A's back to the 500 mark because they have won 2 of the first 3. It started Friday night. Trevor Cahill, he won his 4th game. He was outstanding. 7 innings of shutout baseball. It just goes to prove if you're a good pitcher, you can shut down great offense. He did that on Friday night. However, Saturday, Brett Anderson did not. A couple of home runs that he gave up. Michael Young and also Nelson Cruz. This really hurt him. That accounted for 5 runs. But these guys are very strong if you don't pitch well. And, of course, yesterday came right back with Gio Gonzalez doing a great job. This ball club, the Texas Rangers, maybe not the same as last year. Gio yesterday, after 2 subpar outings, came back, did a great job, 7 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings. Great to see him walk off with a smile on his face and picking up a win.
Today it'll be Brandon McCarthy for the A's. He spent the last 4 years with the Texas Rangers. And Ray, will he have to maybe keep his nerves calm facing his former team?
I think that's the biggest key for him. He does not say much during or before the ball game, but I think he is thinking about a team that he's the last 4 years in the organization. He just picked up his American League Championship ring. He wasn't really happy about that. He wants to beat the Texas Rangers. Today would be a great day to do it.
And he will be opposed by Derek Holland, the young left-hander for the Texas Rangers. And a win for the A's today. They will head over the 500 mark, and it will be a series win. That's what the A's are looking for this afternoon. Gorgeous day for baseball. We'll have lineups and first pitch when we come back.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Well, Brandon McCarthy and the Athletics going for the series win this afternoon here at the Coliseum. McCarthy facing his old team, the Texas Rangers. Game time weather for today. It's brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free and the boardwalk is open this weekend. Gorgeous day, 75 degrees, bright blue skies, not a cloud in the sky. And Monday afternoon baseball from the Overstock.com Coliseum. Let's look at the lineup that McCarthy will face for the Texas Rangers. Elvis Andrus at short. Mitch Moreland moves up. He's at first. Matthew Young will play second base today. Then Beltre, the DH, cruising right. Murphy in left. Chris Davis, see him for the first time in the series. Taylor Teagarden as well. And Julio Bourbon will play center field.
Brandon McCarthy making his 6th start of the season. He has pitched well, although just a record of 1-2. His first start against the Rangers since way back in 06. Remember the Chicago White Sox last year in the Rangers organization, Oklahoma City. 9 starts in 11 games before going on the disabled list and signed as a free agent with the Athletics after spending the time with the Rangers. And no doubt a day for him. Total concentration on the Rangers and trying to beat them and win 3 or 4 of this series.
First pitch of the ball game down around the knees for a strike to Elvis Andrus.
And that's a great first start. First pitch, because that's exactly where he wants to keep it.
Andrus, Moreland, and Young here in the first for Texas.
A lot of times, and you mentioned it perfectly in the open about a pitcher, in this case Brandon McCarthy, facing his former organization, former team, and no doubt get a little bit pumped up. And I'm sure Brandon was thinking that maybe this is simply my interpretation of an organization. Maybe thought he should have maybe gotten a chance to pitch. Rangers last year going to the World Series and no doubt wanted to be a part of that.
Those are the seasons with the Texas Rangers. Strike 3 called with a fastball. Good spot on the outside corner, and Andrus strikes out to start the game. Defensively for the Athletics behind McCarthy today, Willingham, DeJesus, and Jackson in the outfield. Roach, Pennington, Ellis Barton on the infield, and Kurt Suzuki is the catcher. Coco Crisp is get the day off, but he's looking good. His goatee. He's got the Oscar going, so it's all good. And he's fine, right, Ray? He's just getting the day off.
Well, and you know,
be careful.
We talked in post game about the A's taking the extra time to make sure that he was ready to play. He did yesterday. He was on the base quite a bit, and so it's more of a you played. Let's take the day. He basically gets a full 48 hours after playing yesterday afternoon, and this being a day game, a night game tomorrow night, against Cleveland. So he'll have a full enough time to recover.
It's really 48 hours, right?
48, exactly. And the nice thing, boy, you don't want to shut guys down and run them early in the season, not have available later. And by playing Coco yesterday, give him a day off today, and kind of gradually get him back. Because when he goes, the A's go. We have seen that when he's played and how well the A's have played. He's been in the lineup.
Gio's going to enjoy this game, getting the win yesterday. Dribbler down the first base line, and McCarthy picks it up and throws just a bit late.
Well, when he picked it up, he probably saw the spin of the baseball. We have talked about that, the rotation, the spin, and if it's going to go foul, he was going to let it go foul. It got off the grass. Was it going? And then the rotation, maybe the ball came back and just barely beat the throw. Let's see what kind of spin. It must have rolled back. Yeah, see, it's starting to roll back the other way, and it just looked like that point probably would have been better just to let it go and see if it would roll foul before it got to the bag.
It looks like I think he wanted to let it go, and then he realized, you know what? This thing may not go foul.
Exactly. But when you wait that long, it's got to be safe anyway, or as it turned out, it was safe, and maybe take the chance that if it rolls foul before it reaches the bag, then it's a foul ball. It has to do that.
can actually roll foul and come back into fair territory before it gets to the first or third base bag, depending where it's hit.
So Moreland gets the infield hit, and Michael Young steps in, hitting .342 with a homer and 20 RBIs. And Young is playing second base this afternoon. On deck is Adrian Beltre. The 2-1 pitch is a bit high, 3-1.
We talked about Brett Anderson on Saturday, 4 walks in his starts, and for Brandon McCarthy, he has made 5 starts, 1 walk per start, 4 total. So you figure he's going to be around the plate.
So now full count. McCarthy 4 walks and 23 strikeouts in 35 1/3 innings coming into this start. Got 1 complete game. Always been a strike thrower. More than runs, and the pitch is hit on the line to Mark Ellis, who has it, and that's going to be a double play. So with the runner moving, Young hits a soft line drive. Turns out to be a double play. Rangers do not score. Mark Ellis will lead things off. We'll give you the rest of the A's lineup in just a moment. As Ellis steps in against the lefty Derek Holland. Fouled straight back. So Holland looking for his 4th win of the year.
Well, he's picked up his velocity. That recorded at 97 on the stadium gun. Up considerably in the last couple of years. 3rd lefty the A's seen in this series. Lewis, starter Saturday, the other Friday, Sunday, and today.
Shot center field, hit well. Bourbon on the run, and it's off the tip of his glove, and it goes to the wall. So Mark Ellis will have a leadoff double.
Well, Bourbon's had a tough series and looked like he had a beat on it, and with his speed, you figure he can get back to it quickly enough to make the play. We shaded Mark Ellis in right center, and the ball slightly in left center. Pretty good angle going after the ball, but reached up, could not catch it. Good start.
There's the full A's lineup. Ellis, Barton, Jackson, Willingham, Matsui, Suzuki, DeJesus, LaRoche, and Pennington. Connor Jackson in the 3rd spot again, playing right field. So leadoff double, and here's Barton. Fouls it back. Ties Carney Lansford 8th most in Oakland history, 201 career doubles.
And all Mark Ellis is thinking about is getting a hit, period. Doesn't care what it is. Hitting under 200 on the season, leading off because it is a lefty today. Now Bourbon jumping and just off the tip of his glove, and I'm sure Mark Ellis was hoping that would happen, and Ron Washington wondering what is going on with the center fielder Bourbon.
Barton's going to get the job done as he bounces one to Michael Young and going to get Ellis to third.
Derek Collin, as we have seen and already talked about, a very good fastball that he is throwing. Starts the season with a 3-1 record. 10 walks and 31 2/3 innings with 27 strikeouts last year. On the 25th of September, he started the game in which the Rangers punched the division for the first time since 1999. And no decision for him.
Murphy, Bourbon, Cruz in the outfield. Davis, Andrus, Young, Moreland on the infield with Teagard, the catcher. Defense for today. So Michael Young getting his 6th start at second base. He and the rest of the infield comes in on the grass. So Chris Davis at third, seeing him for the first time, and Michael Young at second today.
And by the way, that is Babe Teagard.
Babe Teagard.
Against the A's for sure.
He's an A's killer.
Yes, he is. And it has been. Maybe this year is different.
Jackson right back to Holland. Off of Holland. Young picks it up, flips to first, and Connor Jackson is retired. That ball was hit hard. And when it went off Holland, from our vantage point, it looked like it may go into center field, but it did not roll that far away.
Well, Mark Ellis might have been thinking contact, but a ball right back to the pitcher. Actually hit off the left hand, the throwing hand of Holland, knocking it down, and Michael Young able to get it. So it's a 1-6-3 putout. Mark started to go, but again, if you go a situation like that, it's right back to the pitcher, you're going to be out for sure. So the A's trying to get a 2-out hit after a missed opportunity.
First pitch to Josh Willingham is a fastball on the inside corner for a strike. 236 with 4 homers and 15 RBIs for Willingham. He's got a home run in this series. And he's behind in the count 0-2.
He has the sharp slider, does Holland, and of course we've seen a couple of A's pitchers with a similar arch slider, lefty to the right-handed hitters. We'll see how much he wants to use it, especially with the runner at third now.
Could have been called a strike, a little bit low, I guess. 1-2. So Willingham should probably be ready to rip now. Slider, and it's 2-2.
See, that slider is more of a flat slider, not the tilt where it breaks down and into the back foot of the right-hander. Which, good idea for the A's to see that pitch. I'm sure with Adam Roden, they've seen it a few times on the excellent video that he puts together.
The umpires, Dana Demuth, the crew chief, gets the call behind home plate today. So it was 0-2. Now it's 3-2 to Willingham. And he walked him.
Get the Dodge Charger keys to the game for this afternoon series finale. Keep on swinging A's. They started the month of May at a positive note, getting some big hits with runners in scoring position. But Brandon McCarthy showed the Rangers what they're missing. He's been good for the Athletics, and taking 3 or 4 for the Rangers would be a nice start against a Western Division team that right now is tied for the Angels in first place. After the Angels won, the Rangers lost yesterday.
Both those teams 16-12. The A's 14-14. So the A's 2 back of those 2 teams. Seattle 13-16. Davis with a nice play. He's going to have to go to first quickly, and they just get Matsui at first. Well, the shift was on, and Chris Davis had to make a pretty nice play, and it was a close play at first.
Come on.
It was a tie.
Just say safe once. Just one time. Bad strike zone Friday. And bad call first inning. Oh, well. We'll see. They're leaving town.
Adrian Beltre to lead it off. And he swings at the second pitch, fouls it. Count one more.
The angle that Danley's watching, he's watching the foot and the other eye on the glove, and he's got his really maybe listening to the ball going into the glove, because the head of Kerwin Danley was down looking at the bag to see where the foot of Matsui was.
Beltre, 259 with 7 homers, 22 runs batted in, 22 RBIs, tied for second most in the American League.
I mean, just think if Kerwin Danley had called Matsui safe, we'd have had an argument in the first inning. I mean, that's a good way to start a game. Have the manager come out and argue on a close play.
Breaking ball bounced. Ellis has to go a long ways, and he gets there and takes care of Beltre. Mark Ellis ranging far to his left.
Ron Washington, who great teacher, infield play, looking at Mark Ellis and watching this play and saying, not surprised that Mark made it.
Number 17.
Off balance throw, had to get rid of it quickly, but he makes every play look so easy. Did not have to leave his feet. Knew he had to quickly get rid of the ball to get Beltre, who runs well. And as Ron Washington said when Mark Ellis showed up in the A's, he said, this young man has played somewhere else in another world. He knows how to play the game of baseball.
And he probably played second base.
Exactly. And played it as efficiently as he has done for 10 years.
2-0 to Nelson Cruz. Cruz hitting in the 5th spot. David Murphy will hit next. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
Watch Brandon McCarthy. He looks down to the ground, then looks up and gets a sign from his catcher, Kurt Suzuki. And it's kind of a concentration, a moment of thinking about what his catcher is going to call. And he's very consistent, as most pitchers are, most starters are, with the way they'll look in. Down and then looks up. He's got his sign. And Kurt Quartz waits until he goes through his little routine.
Didn't miss by much. 3-2.
It's a strike Friday.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3 call. They got the call there, and that's out number 2.
And he's got the two-seam fastball working as it starts outside, comes back over the corner, and a perfectly thrown pitch. You cannot hit this. You give up on it as a hitter and hope that it's going to be called a ball. But right on the corner, and that's the two-seamer that he's developed. In the past, had been a 4-seam over the top and probably would have been off the plate or a hittable pitch.
Murphy, a liner, and it tipped off the glove of Ellis, and that's a base hit. That ball was.
It came back.
Had a little action on it.
Actually, it hooked instead of slicing, and Mark Ellis went over in the right direction, then reached back.
Third baseman, number 19.
But as hard as the ball was hit right there, then there's what came back on him. And of course, had he been positioned right under the flat of the baseball, more likely would have caught it.
So 2-out hit for Murphy. Here's Chris Davis. Davis playing third base today. Started the year in AAA, but was only there for 5 games, and he hit 4 home runs. Interesting player. I think the Rangers see how good he could be. He also has a couple major holes in his swing, and that is what they're trying to correct.
How many holes does he have? result in the strikeouts because he's had a few, right?
Yes, he has. He's also had some opportunities to play. Broken bat to Pennington. The bat ends up over by first base. Davis is retired. So a 2-out hit and a runner left. We are headed to the bottom of the second inning. Kurt Suzuki's going to lead it off. Game and use the hashtag FossyPosse. We'll be retweeting the top comments and you can win an authentic A's prize. Play along with @CSN authentic in-game hashtag. Today we're using our most popular hashtag by far, not even close. It's a runaway, FossyPosse. Kate Longworth, sitting right behind us as always, is already going to FossyPosse.
What am I supposed to be doing on FossyPosse?
Nothing. You just. They like putting it in, giving their comments on the game. Kurt Suzuki on the first pitch, bounces one. Second pitch, I should say. Michael Young, pretty nice play at second base. Michael Young ranging to his right. He makes the play.
Ian Kinsler getting the afternoon off, and that's what Michael Young brings to this club this year. He can do so many things, play so many different positions. He's played all three, second, short, and third, and they're an outstanding play. And probably the only difference for him in the last couple of years is when he was playing third base, he only worked at third base. Now, because of, I would say, I wouldn't even put it at utility role. He's going to be in the lineup. It's just a matter of where he's going to play. But the three different positions, different in the way that he prepares. But one thing he's always ready to do, and that's hit. Very, very good hitter.
And with Andrus at short and Beltre at third, he's not going to get a lot of opportunities on the left side of the diamond. But if he did, he would be fine there. Today, Chris Davis is playing third with Beltre DHing. David DeJesus takes a bit low, 2-1. .222 average. The A's center fielder, no homers, 8 RBIs. That one almost hit Jesus. So he's in the hitter's count. On deck is Andy LaRoche. And there's the walk. Second walk issued by Howell.
It's a good at bat by David DeJesus because he did not play yesterday. And with the hot bat of Connor Jackson, Coco started center yesterday, and
Number 21.
David was
Andy LaRoche.
not in the lineup, so to face a tough lefty today and get a 5-pitch walk is a pretty good start. You know, he's a great guy, great kid. I mean, he's always got a positive attitude, a smile on his face, and he wants to play every day. But when he's not, he's a cheerleader, supporting his teammates and given the opportunity, which he's expected to play every day and more likely will most of the season. He's been a good addition to the ball club.
Andy LaRoche has been a hot hitter. LaRoche hitting .324 with an RBI. In this series, he's 4 for 7. So Kevin Kuzminoff continues to struggle, and LaRoche getting a few more chances to play third base. And he's had a nice series. Got a couple of doubles. He stranded a couple runners in the first against Derek Holland. Pop-up foul territory. Michael Young, Cruz, Moreland all come together. Cruz had the best shot at it. He goes into a slide and cannot come up with it.
Not much chance of any of the three to get to the ball. I think it's always good to go to the slide if you're an outfielder running as far as Nelson Cruz did, to make sure you don't run into the side rail.
Jesus takes off, and the ball's grounded into right field for a base hit. Perfectly executed hit and run, and the A's have first and third with just one out.
Got a great count to do it. Good job by David DeJesus to be able to take off, and he saw the ball out of the corner of his eye and knew with the vacated second base spot by Michael Young, he was going to make it to third easily. So Andy LaRoche, whether it was a hit and run or not, executed perfectly with the ball to the right side. And well, the good hitters can see which spot is being vacated and adjust their swing accordingly, and Andy did it on that particular time.
Here's Pennington. Bunt is on. Safety squeeze. The A's are going to get a run, and Pennington's going to get a hit. Nobody covered first. It was a nice bunt. Jesus scores, and it's 1-0.
What a great play by Cliff Pennington. And you're right, safety squeeze. It was not suicide. Just bunt the ball to the right side with the left-handed pitcher falling off towards the third base side. And DeJesus able to score easily, and with Moreland coming in to field the ball, he made the mistake because Holland was able to get to it quickly enough to make the play to first, but nobody was there.
So here's the top of the order, Mark Ellis. And Michael Young, I don't think you could really expect him to get there. No. He was playing really double play depth way over near second base.
Well, and not really anticipate. It's not like it was a true sacrifice that he was cheating towards first base.
Cruz in right is going to make the catch, so Ellis is retired for out number 2. So the RBI for Pennington, his 8th of the year.
Now batting, first baseman, number 10, Derek Barton.
Derek Barton will hit.
The A's had a runner at third, 1 out in the first inning, not able to score him. Good to see the similar situation and a positive result this time.
Martin grounded out to second. First inning, and he takes a fastball for a strike. Derek Holland has been in trouble in both of his innings so far in this game. Chris Davis over, but it's going to reach the seats. He's had 3 hits. Holland has walked a couple. He's thrown 31 pitches.
And the 1-out walk scored. That's what you like to see. If you see a walk on the board, a free pass, you want to see that he did score. You would not want to waste those opportunities.
Close pitch outside, says Dana Demuth. So 1-2 the count. Barton with 5 RBIs on the year. Davis again will chase into foul territory, will not come up with it.
So they're going to Seattle. Once they're in Seattle, the corner infielders take 1 step and okay, ball's in the
Forget
seats.
about it. And they're happy about that too.
They go back home to Arlington, the ballpark in Arlington, and the same thing. I mean, this foul territory changes a lot of the defensive arrangements, and the hitters hoping for extra swings. Sometimes they get them, sometimes they don't.
Bounced off the glove of Holland. Young quickly to first, and they just get Barton. Side retired. A's get a run, and we are headed to the 3rd. 1-0 Athletics. Brandon McCarthy has a couple of strikeouts, given up a couple hits in the first 2 innings. First pitch to Taylor Teagarden is outside. Teagarden, Bourbon, and Andrus, 8-9-1 for Texas.
But this open stance for Teagarden.
Is that new?
I think it's new. I've not
I
seen
remember that last year when he was.
All I remember is that he probably had to go to bed last night thinking, I get to play against the Oakland A's tomorrow, and let me look at my numbers against the green and gold. I don't care if it's in Oakland or Arlington, and hasn't seen a strike yet. But one guy that you least expect really to do damage against the A's, the Texas Rangers lineup, he is one guy. But for some reason, he has hit the Athletics pitching against the last couple of years very well.
Well, he's got 12 career hits against the A's, and 4 of them are home runs. So you remember the home runs.
Yeah. And a big 2-run single in that doubleheader, the nightcap of the doubleheader in Arlington. Remember, the bases loaded and intentional
Long
walk.
night. It was a long night. And there's the walk to Babe Teagarden. All right, here's our true story brought to you by McDonald's. August 20th, 2005. That is Brandon McCarthy when he was with the Chicago White Sox. And this is his first Major League win. It was in Arlington versus the Rangers. 7 2/3 innings. Struck out a couple. It was an 8-0 shutout. So first Major League win for Brandon McCarthy back in 2005 was against these Rangers. Morbone bunts it. Morbone's very fast, and he's going to be aboard as McCarthy couldn't pick it up. Baseball's crazy, huh?
Yes.
So a walk and a ball that went, what, 15 feet, and there's 2 on and nobody out.
But if you're watching this, this is one thing you don't want to do. Try to pick up the ball with your bare hand. Use your glove. Plenty of time, but he did, and as he was picking it up or trying to pick up the ball, he looked up, and he did not look the ball into his hand if he's using the bare hand. And then he snatched at it because he's upset. Now he's put a couple of runners on base with a walk and an E1.
And now the top of the order, Elvis Andrus. Corner infielders come in. Andrus to bunt, takes outside, so it goes as an E1, also a sacrifice. Andrus struck out looking in the first. Andrus is 5 for 14 in this series. He has scored 4 runs. He's walked a couple times. To bunt again, and this one's a strike. Well, McCarthy saw him with the White Sox, and then it was December of 06 when the trade happened with the Texas Rangers. With McCarthy going from the White Sox to the Rangers. The guy the White Sox got from the Rangers was John Danks, who has turned out to be a very good pitcher.
Yesterday, we were talking about the trade the Rangers made to the Braves.
Yeah.
The 3 guys they got for Mark Teixeira. Well, that's similar to what the Rangers were trying to do. Trading a young pitcher for one who had some experience.
Bunted, could be a play at third. McCarthy spins, and they get the out at third. Nice play. And Andrus, not a great bunt. McCarthy got off the mound quickly, was under control, and got the out at third.
Well, that's the key. First of all, a bad bunt. But more importantly for Brandon McCarthy, handling it, and for LaRoche to go back to the bag. This time, Brandon used his glove to catch the ball, and no chance for Teagarden to get safely to third base. But immediately, usually a catcher will call out a number or a base and kind of be the quarterback and direct the pitcher in this case on the sacrifice or the sacrifice attempt. But you can get a ground ball, get out of the inning.
So Mitch Moreland is the hitter.
You know what happened with Andrus on that bunt? First and second, you want to force the third baseman to field the ball. And you see so many times where the guy tries to get the bat angle out to bunt the ball to third base, which is one of the hardest things to do anyway. And the ball goes right back to the pitcher. Sometimes it's better to bunt at the first baseman. Unless he's got 100% chance of getting a run at third, he's going to get the sure out at first.
And you want to bunt it to the third baseman because then that vacates the third base spot and it allows the sacrifice to be successful.
Banana LaRoche, as third basemen will do, kind of an angle so they can watch the runner at second and also see how the ball is bunted. You can see in the great shot of McCarthy fielding the ball, LaRoche immediately going back to third.
Swing and a miss and a big overhand curve, 1-1. Sometimes you'll see defense put on a play where the shortstop tries to get over to third and rotation catch a throw, but that's a tough play for a shortstop.
Shortstop usually is trying to keep the runner at second close to the bag. But the rotation, but basically you have corner infielders charging plus the pitcher. And you have a pretty good chance if the shortstop can get to the bag and it's a bunt handled by any of those 3, then it's a pretty good chance of getting the lead runner. But this is even a better play.
Hit hard. Barton has it. Spins to second for 1. No throw back to first. It was a hard hit ball. The A's get the out at second.
Well, as hard as the ball was hit, good play by Derek Barton. He was trying to get back to the bag as well as McCarthy to get over to the bag. But Elvis Andrus going hard into second base. Cliff Pennington right there, and a smart move. Because you have a runner at third, you try to make a throw to a moving target and make a bad throw. Not even got the double play. Andrus might have gone so far out of the bag.
He
Could
have
reach
touched
back?
it. Yeah.
Okay. Just looked at it, that last shot, like he. But Pennington, by not making the throw, Kinsler did it Friday, made a bad throw.
That's a good call. You're right. So now the tough Michael Young hits with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Young lined into a 4-3 double play, and he's going to tie the game and maybe more. That ball's going to go all the way to the wall. Moreland digging around third. They're waving him home. He's going to make it with a throw, and Michael Young comes through a 2-out, 2-run double. How could you even think about trading this guy?
Now batting, number 29.
Well, give him a lot of credit. That's a pretty good pitch to hit. He can move the ball around so well, and what looked like an opportunity for the A's to get out of the inning, they not only don't get out of the inning, but they give up a couple of runs. So the walk, the error, and all of a sudden the A's cannot get the shutdown inning and trail by a run.
Beltre takes high, so Michael Young, RBI's 21 and 22. He's hitting .571 with runners in scoring position. So he is having a terrific season. Beltre grounded out in the second inning. Young not really being held on with 2 outs, so he's able to get a pretty big lead. Strike 2 call. Outfield straight away for Beltre. So a walk, an error, a fielder's choice, another fielder's choice, and then the 2-run double. Carr make that play. That a girl. She's working today, too. Strike 3 called with a big breaking ball. So Beltre strikes out, but a run and a hit, a couple of walks. 2-1 Rangers, bottom of the third. brought to you by Hyundai. Tonight at 10:30, it's on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Highlights from our game. Sharks getting set for Game 3 in Detroit. That'll be Wednesday. And the Sacramento Kings are staying put. How about that? They're not going to Southern California. So good news for Kings fans. There's some of them here in the Bay Area. Jackson, Willingham, Matsui here in the bottom of the third. A's now trailing 2-1. Jackson came up in the first inning with a runner at third and one out. He hit the ball hard right back to Holland, who knocked it down, and then Young picked it up and threw him out at first. The run did not score. Line drive. Andrus reaches up and grabs it.
Enjoy the comfort and privacy of a regular suite for as few as 6 people. Suites include a set food package featuring wings, sliders, hot dogs, popcorn, and beverages. All this for only $99 per person. For more information, call 510-638-GO-A's or visit oaklandathletics.com/mini-suites. Enjoy that right there.
First pitch to Willingham on the inside corner, first strike. You know, looking at the Rangers starting rotation, of course they have the great offense. There are a few question marks in that rotation. I figure C.J. Wilson's legit, Colby Lewis legit, two good starters, but strike 3 called and a good breaking ball. Willingham takes it. But I think they need a couple of these young guys to make the next step.
That slider inside corner. Josh pulling back, think it was off the plate. Started to pull the trigger, did not. In question, Dana Demuth as far as the location.
So here's Matsui. And when I say a couple of the young guys, Holland is certainly one of them.
As hard as he throws, I mean, you start putting him in the category velocity-wise of, I mean, I'm not comparing him to Steve Carlton, but you're talking about guys that typically left-handers are kind of control and move the ball around and change speeds, but you have a hard-throwing left-hander. You know, that
he's got all the tools.
Yeah, special category.
But we saw Matt Harrison, and Matt Harrison, a young guy, but there's question marks with him. Holland, just 24 years old, taken in the 2006 draft, but has not put it all together yet, but the Rangers think that he will. And he grabs that one, and Matsui is going to be retired, so that's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 5 in a row retired by Derek Holland. 2-1 Rangers after 3. and we talk about Oscar Gamble because Coco Crisp hairdo looks a lot like the great Oscar Gamble's hair. First pitch to Nelson Cruz is a strike. Cruz, Murphy, Davis in the 4th inning. The Rangers, thanks to Michael Young's 2-out, 2-run double last inning, have a 2-1 lead. To Nelson Cruz, who struck out looking.
Oscar with the Yankees, Cleveland, I think with the Rangers.
White Sox. He had a couple really good years with the White Sox. Hit a lot of home runs.
Well, he had the perfect stance for Yankee Stadium, the short porch in right field, an open stance, stand right on top of the plate.
Cruz is retired, so he's 0 for 2. And David Murphy will
Now
hit.
batting, number 7, David Murphy.
Murphy had a base hit in the 2nd inning. Good breaking ball from McCarthy. We talked about the trade that brought McCarthy to the Texas Rangers. And then McCarthy, 4 years with Texas. Last year he did not pitch at the big league level. He was in the minor leagues just trying to get healthy. But he won 13 games total and started 44 games for the Rangers in his time in Arlington. But as we've said many times, he has made some changes. And so far, at least in the early going, it seems that those changes have made him a better pitcher, maybe a little more consistent.
There's no doubt the two-seam fastball has worked great for him.
The note at the bottom is the one that probably stands out on the disabled list once in each of the last 4 seasons, and he would like to break that stretch right here with the A's, and he very well may.
Well, it'd be great for him to have a season in which he was injury-free, because scouts and different people around baseball, first thing they say, can he stay healthy?
Yeah.
And, of course, that's something that's going to remain with any player until he proves that he can stay healthy. And some have the injuries early in their career, and then for the rest of it, nothing happens. Walt Weiss, great shortstop for the A's for many years. Just had those injuries that just kept him out. Once he got healthy, stayed healthy, and finished up his career 100%. Some very good years.
Well, didn't Walt Weiss in the 89 season when the A's won the World Series, he missed quite a bit of time that year because Mike Gallego played a lot of shortstop.
Exactly. Time that Walt was at first base, going back to back, stepped on top.
I remember that, yeah.
You know, and just
and that cost him.
It cost him big time.
Two and two to Chris Davis. Broke his bat, grounded out to short in the 2nd inning. Takes the breaking ball low, so a full count. Drive in a right field, a base hit. So it was 0-2. Davis brought it back to 3-2 and then got a pitch to hit.
And he got the fastball with no movement. Very little, and the key was getting back to the 3-2. Belt high.
Number 2.
Zook wanted it outside. Very similar. Well, this time it's a base hit, but Adam Kennedy, the start in Seattle, it was outside on the 3-1. Ball came back, hit a home run. That's the only run he gave up, and unfortunately the A's didn't score. Lost 1-0.
Big swing and a miss by Taylor Teagard. Teagarden walked in the 3rd inning. Leadoff walk. McCarthy starting to use that curveball a little bit more.
Well, he has a good one in. That's a good, very good pitch to go to if you can use a 2-seam fastball on the curveball, spot a 4-seam fastball. Just try to bring back from the outside.
McCarthy reaches out, grabs it, side, retired. So a hit and a runner left, and it's the bottom of the 4th coming up. Kurt Suzuki's going to lead it off. The A's down 2-1. One of the 7 teams that Oscar Gamble played with for his 17 Major League Baseball season. 7 teams. Cubs, Phillies, Indians, Yankees, White Sox, Padres, and the Rangers. A couple stops with the Yankees. And a couple stops with the White Sox.
Hair never changed, though.
So he never toned it down, huh? Why? Why would he?
I still think the great thing then, of course, guys could wear helmets without the ear flaps. And to see it puffed out all around without the ear flap on one side stopping it, for him to be on the right side. Left-handed hitter all the way. The ear flaps are good.
Down the left field line, that's hit pretty well. It's headed for the corner, and it is gone. Suzuki's home run ties it here in the 4th.
Malia. Wow. How hot has he been since Malia was born? Slider down and in from the left-hander Holland, and Kurt Suzuki just dropped the head of the bat. And a great 2-strike swing, kept it inside the line. So for Kurt, 2 home runs, now 5 runs batted in since his daughter born. Wow, that's great. It's Wednesday, great production from the A's catcher.
So he's having a terrific series. Jesus swings and misses, loses control of the bat.
Watch him just drop the head. Well, you have to be wondering, he's running down the line. Did I hook it too much? Is it going to stay fair? Plenty of room over the barbecue terrace. Hunt is on. The young man got it. It's always great, too, to hit a home run that you tie the game.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Jesus walked and scored in the second inning. Holland just missed. It's the 4th home run Holland has given up this year, and this is his 6th start of the year.
Well, Kirk Suzuki knows Derek Holland, 0-9.
Same pitch.
Looked like the same pitch, only this one to left center. Jim Scalen, he's hitting coach. Steve Sales, the trainer. Bob Guerin, the manager, all of them right there together.
Boy, would it be nice to have Kurt Suzuki go on a nice hot streak, which he is certainly starting one, that's for sure.
Well, I think any parent knows that the attention that's given to especially a newborn and the wife, and it really kind of takes your mind off certain things. In the case of Kurt Suzuki, maybe that little bit of
maybe
Renee and Malia, and then all of a sudden come to the game and doing his normal work, but playing great baseball since the birth of his child. And it's a great at bat again by David DeJesus, and again facing a tough lefty. And David has gone 3-1 with a walk, 3-2 with a base hit. Forced him to elevate the pitch, and David with a very good swing, head down, and a left center field shot on base again.
So a homer and a single to start the bottom of the 4th, and here's Andy LaRoche. Strike to LaRoche, who had a hit and run base hit in the second inning. Rolled the ball into right field. Jesus leaning, but not going. These guys had the perfect hit and run in the second inning. Did Jesus take off again?
Good base runners. Of course, they will be looking at Holland. The front foot, that's the key with the lefty, and a base runner looking at the pitcher. What does he do with the front leg, the front foot? Up and then over.
Bunted nicely to third. Davis throws to first, not in time, and it's going to be a hit for LaRoche. So 3 straight hits for the A's here in the bottom of the 4th, and they're in business.
Nothing against Chris Davis, but he's not Adrian Beltre.
No.
And Beltre not playing third today, the Gold Glover. And a great bunt by Andy LaRoche. It forced Davis to make the barehanded throw and a little bit off the bag. He made a very good play, but the arm strength, the accuracy, maybe not quite the same as the 2-time Gold Glover Beltre. So Ron Washington giving his veteran third baseman a day off, playing third, and why not take advantage of him? See what he can do.
I agree.
Roche did it perfectly. Holland getting out of the way, and Davis just did not have the accuracy of the throw, and Moreland a good job coming off the bat to keep it from going down in the corner. So the ball rolled up a hand just a little bit, and of course you don't get the perfect grip when that happens, but this guy can play. There's no doubt Beltre has been an outstanding third baseman throughout his career.
Pennington to bunt and takes outside.
Small ball.
Yeah. Hey.
A lot of small ball. The Rangers doing it. The A's doing the same.
Bunted back to Holland. He's going to go to third, and they just get to Jesus at third. Bob Guerin's going to argue.
Well, the bobble by Holland, and that's probably the reason Bob Guerin's going out, because when he bobbled the ball and then threw to third, right there, came up, was the foot on the bag. I think he got him just barely.
Oh, bang, bang.
Yeah. David going the feet first slide, and the front foot was elevated. Gallego trying to help. Ultra ball. Watch the front foot, how it comes up off the ground.
Yep, he's out
before it comes down onto the bag.
So fielder's choice. And Mark Ellis will hit.
Cliff Pennington trying to do what Elvis Andrus did, and again trying to bunt the ball to third. McCarthy handled it well. Same for Holland in this inning.
Outside corner strike to even the count at 1-1. The A's are getting plenty of chances against Derek Holland. Roach is now at second, Pennington at first. So pretty good speed on the bases. That one's bounced to Davis. Out at second. And just like that, that's a double play. The A's do get a run on Kurt Suzuki's leadoff home run. On to the fifth. It's a 2-2 game. Be Julio Bourbon, Elvis Andrus, Mitch Moreland against Brandon McCarthy.
Yeah, shutdown inning this time.
Yes, he does. Bourbon reached on an error in the 3rd inning and then scored. .228 is Bourbon's average. .232 coming in. And he's going to have a base hit to center field. So leadoff man is aboard for the Rangers. That gets us to our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. You can log on to csncalifornia.com to post your question. Brad from Gilroy asks, is there now a 7-day disabled list?
Elvis Andrews.
Yes, there is. But it has to do with concussions, right?
And that's a new 7-day DL. There it is.
So if a player is experiencing concussion-like syndrome, or symptoms, I should say, excuse me, concussion-like symptoms, there is now a 7-day disabled list for that. So you don't have to place a player on the 15-day DL.
But it's not automatic if you have a concussion. It's discretionary because was it Toronto that slid into LaRoche's knee? The A's are back there. Escobar, and I don't think he was placed on the DL. I think he missed 2 or 3 days. But I think the doctors will look. I think they diagnosed it initially as a mild concussion, but not enough to be put on this 7-day DL. But it's a good one because a lot of times the guys will rush back after concussion. Justin Morneau last year, he missed a long time, more than 7 days, and I think he just hit his home run the other day. First home run since his injury last summer.
That's a base hit to right field by Elvis Andrews.
Well, you cannot make a mistake location-wise with these hitters, or anybody. But today, Brandon McCarthy has made a couple of location mistakes, and he's had to pay for it. Michael Young, the 2-run double, and this one, look where Kurt Suzuki goes and where the pitch is.
Moreland.
Outside, he wanted it way inside, and Kurt had to reach back to his right, but he couldn't get to it because Andrus had the perfect pitch to hit the right field.
Terrific speed on the bases. That could be an issue here. Bourbon at second, Andrus at first. Moreland is the hitter. Moreland, a base hit, and he reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run, so he's been on base twice. He's 4 for 12 in the series. To bunt, and he bunts it foul. Small ball, Ray. It's a day of small ball at the Coliseum.
Oh, remember at one time in the American League when you wouldn't even think about bunting for 1 run? It was 2 on, let him swing. Maybe he had a 3-run home run because 1 through 9, a lot of guys were doing it. But it has changed. And even with 9 hitters in the American League, sometimes you figure 7 in the National League because the 8th place hitter and the pitcher. But it has changed, and I think to the good. It becomes more of a fundamental game of baseball the way it was.
But we've also felt like the pitching's gotten better the last couple years. Maybe that's part of it too.
Ron Washington's 5th season managing the Rangers, and he started season number 1 sacrificing.
Yep. McCarthy, he's going to try for third again, and he throws high, and everybody's safe. I don't think he had a good grip on that ball. It just did not look like it when he threw it, and the throw was high. So now there's big trouble.
Sacrificing the E1 again.
Now batting, number 10, Michael Young.
You heard the call, huh? 3-3-3.
3-3, and And he just threw high, and you're right. I don't think he had a good grip. Plus, he had the speed of Bourbon. But a very good bunt, but the speed of the runner at second really helped. He got a big lead, great jump, and he forced Randy to make the throw. That basically was offline.
So 2 errors by McCarthy in this game. So they're loaded with nobody out for Michael Young, who has the best batting average with runners in scoring position in the American League. He hits that one down the right field line. Foul territory. Jackson dives and he caught it. All the runners tag up, so it's going to be a sacrifice fly. And it was a sensational play by Connor Jackson. So Jackson gets a well-deserved round of applause. Watch this play.
The ball just kept dying on him. He ran after it hard, wanted to keep his feet, but then had to go into the dive right there to make the play, and popped up, threw the ball in, knowing that everybody was tagging the ball in foul territory, no place to go. But a great catch, and this is the 5th inning. Get the out. You know, that's Michael Young could have driven in 3 with a hit. Instead, he gets the sacrifice fly.
So here's Beltre. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. First pitch is a breaking ball that stays high.
The scoring change are not giving a sacrifice to Moreland, saying that the runner at 3rd would have been out. So it's an E1 all the way. Fielder's choice E1.
Beltre swinging a miss. McCarthy trying to minimize damage here. The Rangers have taken the lead back 3-2. Beltre a ground out and a strikeout. And he drives one to right. Jackson to his left. He's got it. And that's going to be good enough for another sacrifice fly. Throw comes in. So Andrus scores, and it's 4-2 Texas. So we've been talking about the Jackson play, but pretty heads-up base running by the Texas Rangers to get those runners into 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, situational hitting too. And, 2 pros, and Young and Beltre hitting the ball to the opposite field. Sacrifice flies deep enough to score the runs, and of course, both allowing the runners to advance.
So Moreland now at 3rd, 2 outs for Nelson Cruz. Swing and a miss. Cruz has looked in between in this series. Late on fastballs and chasing breaking balls. But still a very dangerous hitter. And he's down in the count 0-2. He's 2 for 14 in the series. And one of those hits, a 3-run homer. Jesus in and over. He's got it side retired, but a couple of runs for the Rangers. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Texas 4, the A's 2. Beautiful day. The A's would like to win a 4-game series, which is not easy to do at the big league level. Barton, Jackson, and Willingham. Andrus bobbles it, and that's going to be an error. And you know what? Elvis Andrus just completely let that ball play him, and he played it into a in-between hop.
And he's done that in the series.
Yeah.
Now batting, right fielder.
Charge it.
Exactly.
Charge it because it was a ball to be charged, and
he's too good to let that happen.
And believe it or not, the Rangers are leading this game 4-2 on 4 unearned runs. It helps the ERA, but hurts the team.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking for wins. And those errors that we have seen Elvis Andrus make in this series, he has 3, should have had 0.
That's exactly right. The Rangers have really struggled to defend. That's their 7th error in this series and their 26th error of the year. And when you look around at the people they have in each position, they're all pretty good defensive players. But that's a lot of errors. In fact, both the Rangers and the A's kind of the same thing. The A's have good defensive people at every position, but they've made a lot of errors.
The A's need to take advantage of these mistakes like the Rangers have against the A's.
So the A's will try to take advantage of that error. 0-2 to Connor Jackson. Popped up just below us. Jackson has grounded out and he has lined out. Another foul ball. This one back behind the Rangers dugout.
He hurt himself. Let's hope not. Something happened that he went down into a crouch after making the swing. Bob Garrett. Everybody's going to go out and talk to him. Left side, look at the wrist.
Ever have that, Ray, where you just take a swing?
Didn't
shot.
Didn't swing that hard.
Well, you didn't have to. Big, strong guy like you. Come on. Another 0-2 to Connor Jackson. See, now, if you were a catcher or a pitcher and you see the hitter have to have assistance,
you throw
would you jam a fastball right in on the hand?
Thank you. Thank you. I was thinking the same thing.
There's a change up.
Yeah. And he probably wouldn't have swung at a good fastball inside. There's a slider.
And the strikeout. So that's out number 1. Well, tune in on Wednesday. Comcast Sportsnet California be Game 3. Sharks and the Red Wings
Now batting
from Detroit. Sharks lead that best of 7 series 2 games to none. Coverage begins at 4:30 with Sharks pregame live. Your home for Sharks playoff hockey is Comcast Sportsnet California. So that'll be Game 3 on Wednesday, then Game 4 on Friday. Those 2 games will be in Detroit. So 1 out here in the 5th inning.
Shark shut the door. He's got the headlines right there.
He's finished the front page.
Oh, by the way, the baseball game's going on.
Willingham rips one to right center. That's a long run for everybody, and it's off the top of the wall. Barton will get to third. He'll stop there. Willingham with a long double. Second and third, one out.
Well, that close to being a 2-run home run. Great swing, fastball away. He just unloaded. And boy, it sounded great. Looked like it was going to carry. Definitely going to be in between the outfielders, but look how close. Just right at the top of the wall. And it almost looked like Derek Barton was unsure whether he was going to be caught or not. But he committed himself to go as far as he did. The Ultramo. Watch the hands, release the hips. Great follow through, and check the ball, check the location.
Another foot.
Another foot. Lower the wall.
So here's Matsui. A couple of groundouts for Hideki Matsui. The average at 240. Interesting. Runners from third, less than 2 outs. The league average is 57%. Tapper to Davis. That should get a run home, and it will. Davis throws out Matsui. Barton scores. It's 4-3. Should give Matsui the RBI, his 14th of the year.
Now batting, the catcher.
So the error by Andrus comes back to hurt Holland and the Rangers as the A's take advantage. Another unearned run in this game, huh? Kurt Suzuki, a hot hitter, steps in, tying run at second. Suzuki with a solo home run in the 4th inning, his 3rd of the year.
Staying inside with Kurt after the 0-2 slider was hit for a home run.
Bounced. Davis. Nice play moving to his left. Chris Davis done a pretty nice job at third base. The A's get a run on a hit and an error. It's 4-3 after 5.
Wednesdays are back. That will be Wednesday, this Wednesday. Every Wednesday this season, you can get a Plaza Level, Plaza Outfield, or Plaza Reserve ticket for just $2. Take advantage of this special offer during some of the biggest matchups of the year. The Rangers, Yankees, Indians, and more. Tickets for all part $2 Wednesdays at the Coliseum box office by phone at 877-493-BALL. And to order online, visit oaklandathletics.com.
Sweet hat. The old Brew Crew hat.
No cheese.
Cheese. First pitch to Murphy is a strike. Murphy, Davis, Teagarden here in the top of the 6th inning. Rangers 4 and the A's 3. Bit of a sloppy game, both sides. Light schedule in the American League today. Just 3 other games, and those are all tonight. Travel day for a lot of the teams. The Angels will be in Boston. That'll be the start of a 4-game series at Fenway. Angels 16-12 on the year. Jared Weaver against, who's he facing? But he's 6-0, I know that.
11 would be much. No, for Boston, number 11.
Buckles, I think.
Buckles. I think you're right.
So Weaver trying to go 7-0 to start a season for the 2nd time in his career. Remember, he did it as a rookie.
How about the Red Sox? You're looking at the matchups for the series and saying, oh, well, Weaver's pitching Sunday. Oh, I got the flu.
Yeah.
Gonna wait and pitch Monday.
Great.
You're struggling, and you get one of the best pitchers in the league.
Yeah.
You want to be a catcher? That's what you have to deal with. Foul ball. Got him a left part of his hand, not in the pocket. That's where they change the direction of foul ball.
No, count remains 2-2 to Murphy. So Kurt's all right. .91 pitches for McCarthy, and we're here in the 6th. Three and 2.
It's a good take on a pretty good changeup.
And that one just missed, and it's a leadoff walk.
First time this year, Brandon has a 2-walk game.
Number 19.
Rodriguez on the phone. This ball just tailing away from Murphy. Suzuki, of course, you don't want to throw it down the middle, but too much movement going away from the left-hander. And good job of taking.
Breslow, who has pitched in the last 2 games in this series, starts to loosen up, and here's Chris Davis. Davis takes inside. So the rest of the schedule in the American League, the Yankees are at Detroit, Cologne, and Verlander. Tigers have lost 6 straight. The Yankees, on the other hand, with a 2.5-game lead in the AL East, they're 16-9. BI gives us an interesting note, Ray. The road game for the Yankees, they have played just 7 road games this season.
I wonder why they've hit 40 home runs already.
That's a good call.
But, I mean, they're a good hitting team, obviously. A lot of power. But it helps to be at home and fairly confined to the right field. Kurt Suzuki again. This one coming up underneath. Off the ground, his glove, and then into the midsection.
Kurt would probably prefer the top of the 6th to end quickly. 1-1 the count to Chris Davis. Taylor Teagarden waits in the on-deck circle. A shot foul. Orioles will be at the White Sox. Guthrie and Burley. Mark Burley really struggling. And so are the White Sox. They're sitting on a 5-game losing streak.
They have to be thinking, have their veteran lefty on the mound, a pretty good stopper of a losing streak.
Orioles have won 3 in a row. Orioles are at the 500 mark. So those are the other 3 games that will be played all tonight in the American League. 6 games in the National League all tonight as well. Could be 2. Pennington right at the bag, and he takes care of the 6-3 double play. So the leadoff walk is erased. 2 outs.
Cliff had it easily. The ball rolled up, and then as he got the bag, looked like he's going to have plenty of time with his strong arm, but for some reason, maybe he didn't have a good grip, but definitely an easy play for him to take himself. And just threw it to the right a little bit. He had too much time. So that's amazing. Brandon McCarthy getting the ground ball outs today. I think that is make it 9. But last inning, the 5th, in which he gave up 2 earned runs, 3 balls in the air, a couple of sac flies, and trailed after the inning.
Teagarden, a walk and a ground out. At 100 pitches for McCarthy. And on 3 pitches, he strikes out Teagarden. So that is strikeout number 4 for McCarthy. Bottom of the 6th coming up, 4-3 Texas. Coors Light Freeze Game is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Rangers 4, A's 3. Bottom of the 6th inning. Brandon McCarthy, he's given up 4 runs, but all unearned runs. Is that correct, right?
That is correct, and the problem that he has, it's a result of his errors.
That's a good call.
The 2 errors, or the 2 errors that he's had on bunt plays.
Jesus takes down and away. 1-1 the count. Derek Holland, on the other hand, 80 pitches. A couple of strikeouts. Andrus gives ground, makes the play. DeJesus is out. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th for Andy LaRoche. Well, Ray, we're getting updates from the website, and Fosse's posse is blowing up, as they like to say. We're not joking. There's the hashtag Fosse Posse. It's the most popular, and we are told that it's jumping right now. People are tweeting like crazy. In fact, good friend Kate Longworth, who with us the entire game, she tweeted on Fosse's posse, and she got retweeted back from a gentleman by the name of Steve Burns, who claims he is the originator of Fosse Posse. He's in Boston watching the game on his computer, I would imagine. So, Steve, welcome. Says he's enjoying the game, and he says the originator of Fosse's Posse.
Find out if Steve from here. Didn't we see a sign here one time?
Yeah, well, that's for your in-house fans.
Oh, okay.
You have fans in-house. You have fans TV. You have fans on the internet. You got to understand, Ray.
Fans of outhouse.
You're a multimedia star in Cleveland. You can't walk the streets with Ray in Cleveland. In Oakland, you can't. I mean, I know you're a humble man, Ray, but you got to understand. Things are happening. A's Baseball and Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Cache Creek's Showers of Cash. Win $500 cash every hour from 2 p.m. till midnight. Visit CacheCreek.com for details. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. But it's nice to know we have people in Boston watching our game. Pennington is going to get one through. A couple of bounces into center field. So Pennington is 2 for 3. 2 out hit. Go back to the top of the order, Mark Ellis.
Now batting, second baseman, number 14.
The A's have missed a couple of opportunities. It'd be great to maybe do something with 2 outs. Give Brandon McCarthy a positive decision. Right now he's on a losing end, and looks like his day is finished. Just over 100 pitches.
Mark Ellis is 1 for 3. He led off the bottom of the 1st with a double and hit a fly ball to right field and hit into a double play.
Get a call from Conrad Jepson. I know Conrad had the Fosse Posse sign out.
Yeah.
And, you know, he maybe want to take some credit. And as big as he is, I'll let him have it.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen Conrad. And if he wants it, he can have it. I will not argue with the man. Starting to move around now in the Rangers bullpen. Derek Collin now at 89 pitches. Cody Epling starting to throw. Pennington is being picked off, and the tag put on by Andrus. Pennington is out, and that is how the bottom of the 6th comes to an end. 7th inning coming up, still 4-3 Rangers.
righty, Julio.
So Brandon McCarthy goes 6 innings, gives up 4 runs, all unearned. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Craig Breslow comes in. He'll face Bourbon, Andrus, and Moreland.
Need a good bullpen for the next 3 innings. The A's down by a run, a chance to come back. Ziegler warming up as Breslow able to face just 1 batter. So maybe depending what happens with Anderson on deck and Moreland following him.
Bourbon has scored a couple of runs. Roach in on the grass. .101 pitches for McCarthy. No earned runs. 2 errors behind him, but they were both made by him. So an interesting line. Bourbon slices one left center field, and that's going to get down. Bourbon makes the turn. He's going to try for 2. The throw is not quite in time. Willingham spun and threw and made a pretty good throw, but it's a leadoff double for Julio Bourbon.
Well, he was thinking 2 as soon as he hit the ball, and not a bad idea with his speed. And Mark Ellis at second. Of course, he could tell and knew he was going for 2, trying to go get the ball and bring it back in front of the bag. And just a tad late. Throws on the bag, he's out, but by reaching back for the ball, there's no way he's going to get there before Bourbon.
Oh, leadoff double. Andrus to bunt, takes high. For the 4th time in the last 5 innings, the Rangers have had their leadoff man aboard. Happened in the 4th. Happened in the 3rd, excuse me, the 5th, the 6th, and now the 7th. Well, Bourbon very fast. Andrus looking to bunt. That time he's swinging away. So the count 1-1. Ziegler just about ready out in the A's bullpen. But into Breslow. He'll get the out at first, and that is a sacrifice.
And that was a smart play on his part. He looked to third, and again, the speed of Bourbon, he knew it was a pretty good chance he was going to make it safely, and rather than hurry his throw,
Number 18.
make sure he got the sure out. Not a particularly great bunt, but again, the speed changes it all.
And it's a tag play as well, which makes it a little bit tougher. So the infield comes in for Mitch Moreland. First pitch to Moreland is down and away. Moreland has been on base 3 times. Has just 1 hit when he reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. And reached on an error in the 5th. Two and 0. Michael Young in the on-deck circle. Ziegler getting ready, I'm sure, for Michael Young. Swing and a miss.
Just a nice, easy slider, change of speeds, and had Moreland way out in front. Looking for a ground ball to somebody in the infield, or a strikeout, or pop-up.
There's the pop-up. Suzuki shading his eyes, and he's just going to run out of room.
Using his glove to shade his eyes, and then the diamond level in the area behind home plate. Not a large distance, great distance, and all the foul territory down the lines, not so much behind home plate. There's the distance between the plate and the diamond level, which is shorter than the 60 feet 6 inches to the mound.
Slider is high, so now a full count. Ellis has it, holds the runner, and that's a big out.
That's a huge out.
Corbone took a couple steps toward home, but then realized he better get back.
And you can't fault the runner in that case with the going on contact. You're running into an out, and so a very smart play on his part. So Greg Breslow, good job, and
so to be by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new bourbon barbecued steak grilled sandwich at participating restaurants. Beautiful look at Lake Merritt. Looking into Oakland. The Rangers with a 4-3 lead over the Athletics. So the matchup, Brad Ziegler trying to get Michael Young with a runner at third and 2 outs. First pitch is outside to Young.
Mark Ellis on a ground ball from Moreland to his right. Looked the runner back to third. And if Corbone had gotten off much farther, Mark would have gone that direction to get the lead runner.
Michael Young today, 3 RBIs, 2-run double, and a sacrifice fly. Still zeros in the ERA column for Brad Ziegler, so he's having a very nice season.
Now, these are the most important guys you do not want to see score, and then be the inherited runners.
No.
And now 3-1.
Let's see if Dana DeMuth came up with his body, but his right arm did not. He thought about calling it.
And there's the walk. So Michael Young lays off a couple of close pitches. And here comes Beltre.
Now batting, number 29, Adrian Beltre.
Beltre had a sacrifice fly in the 5th inning. Before that, a ground out and a strikeout. He is in the DH spot today. Beltre very aggressive. He we've seen in this series. Not afraid to take a swing at the first pitch, but he laid off there. Blevins starts to throw for the A's. Mounts toward Pennington. He'll go the short way, and Ziegler gets out of it. So the Rangers strand a pair. 7th inning stretch, 4-3 Texas. Thank you, Henry. First pitch to Mark Ellis here in the bottom of the 7th is inside. Derek Holland now at 90 pitches. There's action out in the Rangers bullpen. Not for any starter. Certainly you'd like to go 9, but nowadays you're pretty happy with 7. So is your manager.
Well, the pitch count will always get more time to not get the starter and get him out of the game. And the magical number, unfortunately, is 100. Except for maybe the Rangers. That has changed it under new owner Nolan Ryan.
Michael Young grabs that broken bat line drive off the bat of Ellis. 1 out here in the 7th. Well, Holland has pitched
number 10, Derek
7 innings one time, 7 2/3 innings another time so far this year. Now Holland will face Derek Barton. Still throwing hard. That one at 94 miles an hour.
And the last fly ball out was only the 3rd for him today, with the 12 ground ball outs through the 6 innings.
Down the left field line, but that'll be foul. Fan had a play on it, but did not make that play. Wirtz and Balfour, a couple of righties getting loose. So now 2-2 to Barton. Connor Jackson in the on-deck circle. He scored 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Another high fastball foul back. A's have stranded 6 through the first 6 innings. Payoff pitch to Derek Barton. Strike 3 call. A slider, and Barton could not pull the trigger.
It's amazing how pitchers will do it, and a lot of times the hitter will swing at a bad pitch with a 3-2 breaking ball, but this time perfectly thrown by Holland, the slider. Derek Barton got that close to pulling the trigger, maybe try to foul it, but it was right at the heart of the plate. He knew it. Head of the dugout.
There, 2 outs for Connor Jackson. Good breaking ball there by Holland. Snaps off the outside corner. Holland has thrown as many as 118 pitches this year. That happened in his 3rd start of the year.
Well, that is the Nolan Ryan philosophy. If you're pitching well, like Maddox and Ron Washington, look and see how they are pitching, the pitchers are pitching versus the pitch count.
Yeah. It looks like Holland's going to get a 3-up, 3-down inning with a little help from Michael Young as he was fighting the sun, but it is indeed 3-up, 3-down. 8th inning coming up.
It is small ball day here at the Coliseum. Cliff Pennington with a safety squeeze early, scoring the A's run, tie the game. And then how about Andon Roach, a very good month following a hit and run, so a good productive day for him. But then unfortunately an error by Brandon McCarthy helped the Rangers put a couple of guys on, and a good play by Craig Breslow, and another bunt. So both sides doing the bunting today. And unfortunately for the Rangers, or for the A's, the Rangers had bunted a couple of times. It resulted in errors. 4 unearned runs on the board for Texas. The A's trailing by a run. So I guess you could say the A's could be ahead 3-0.
Sure. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune Up, your oil change, tune up, and smog experts. Michael Wirtz making his 4th appearance this year. Facing Cruz, then Murphy, and then Davis. Well, the Rangers, so they have 2 sacrifices today, and an error was made on another sacrifice attempt, and 2 sacrifice flies. I've certainly seen the Rangers and their ability to hit the long ball, but today it's been their situational hitting that, and a little help from the A's defense, that has allowed them to have a 4-3 lead. Swing and a miss. Good slider from Wirtz. Cruz is 0 for 4.
Well, Michael Wirtz seems to have that great slider back in his arsenal, and that's great to see because he throws it, it drops.
Number 7.
Of course, guys think it's a splitter, but it is a slider. No stride by Nelson Cruz, with his strength, he doesn't need it, but could not make contact with a great slider.
One out for David Murphy. Fastball just a bit low to Murphy, who has singled, grounded out, and walked. Quick 2-0 to Murphy. Arthur Rhodes. Have not seen him yet in this series, but it looks like we will in the bottom of the 8th inning.
If he's successful, might see Darren Oliver in the 9th. With Neftali Feliz on the disabled list.
Strike called, 2-2. Murphy rolls one foul past Dave Anderson, the third base coach. Three runs, 2 earned in 7 innings for Derek Holland, 103 pitches. So he was in trouble quite a bit today, but was able to work his way through some of those jams and get through 7 innings. Michael Wirtz just trying to have a clean 8th inning and keep this a 1-run deficit for the Athletics. Another foul ball. So Murphy spoiling some pretty good pitches.
Sunny afternoon. Fan gets a souvenir. Proud of it. Let's say it's a line drive that he just happened to make
reached
a great
up.
play.
Yeah, right at the last minute. Murphy to LaRoche at third.
On the list for that.
And that is out number 2. A long at bat. Wirtz wins that one. So Chris Davis will hit with 2 outs.
Now batting, number 19.
The A's will
Chris
get
Davis.
ready for the Cleveland Indians, who are probably on a charter flight right now on their way to the Bay Area.
But it's a happy flight, too.
I would think it is. How could it not be?
That's right.
Talk of baseball right now, the Cleveland Indians. Indians with a major league best 19-8 record. They've won 6 in a row. And they will be here at the Coliseum tomorrow night to start a 3-game series. Swing and a miss. The Indians 13-2 at home, 6-6 on the road. Tomorrow night it will be Fausto Carmona and Tyson Ross. 6:30 A's pregame live, and then the ball game at 7 right here in Comcast Sportsnet, California. Chris Davis with a base hit. So the A's and the Indians tomorrow night.
Chris Davis got a high pitch after falling behind 0-2 twice today. He started 0-2. Both times he's gotten a base hit. I'm off Brandon McCarthy on a 3-2 fastball. This time 0-2.
Swing and a miss on a slider, and a good one from Wirtz. Teagarden is 0 for 2 with a walk. Still looking for his first hit. Of course, he's We had a handful of at-bats.
Maybe you were part of that.
Teagarden actually started the year in AAA. Slider again, and he missed it by a lot.
Benjamin Molina, traded from the Giants to the Rangers last year, did a very, very good job for them. Second half in the postseason. So they've had a few catchers lately. Had a catcher in their front office, and Jim Sundberg, who is an outstanding catcher for many years, Pudge Rodriguez, but they've gone through a few since Pudge.
Off the end of the bat to Willingham in left field side, retired. Bottom of the 8th coming up. A's down by 1. Was in the 4th. That tied the game up. Had some small ball from Texas Rangers. A couple of sacrifice flies in the 5th inning where they scored twice. A's added a run in the bottom of the 5th, and that is where we are at. Bottom of the 8th now. Rangers 4-8-1. The Athletics 3-8-2. Good start for Derek Holland, the lefty. Brandon McCarthy, a good start. 4 runs, all unearned. But both of the A's errors were committed by McCarthy. So bottom of the 8th, A's down by 1. And Derek Holland is out of the game. It'll be a different left-hander. Arthur Rhodes takes over. So the veteran Rhodes here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Willingham is a bit low. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. 9th appearance for Arthur Rhodes. Rhodes is now 41 years old, and this is his 19th year in the big leagues. And you could make a pretty strong case that he has gotten better with age.
Left-handed.
Yeah.
He's breathing, and he still throws hard.
Yes.
Which helps.
Oh, boy. We may have a tie game, folks, and we do. So Willingham connects.
Gotta like that. 1-1. Pitch a little bit up and away, and the strength of Josh Willingham comes through big time. What a great swing. Elevated pitch. He almost hit one out to right center. This one, no doubt, contact made, lift off, and a very, very good swing by Josh Willingham to tag. That was not just over the out-of-town scoreboard. That was up in the bleachers.
So Willingham is 5th of the year.
Ryan Fuentes up in the bullpen, and situation where even maybe a tie game, he would come in the 9th inning. A's would like to get a lead, not have to worry about possibly extra innings.
2-0 now to Hideki Matsui. Third home run, make that the 4th home run in this series for the Athletics. 2nd in this game. Hard hit ball right to the second baseman, Michael Young. So Hideki Matsui is 0 for 4.
Now batting, the catcher, number 8,
Brian Fuentes comes in the game. It's tied, or the A's have the lead. Kurt Suzuki will hit. Fastball for a strike. Arthur Rhodes spent the 2004 season with the Oakland A's.
And it was signed to be the A's closer.
And struggled with that role.
Very much so. I mean, that's a case of a very good setup man, which he had been with the Mariners, and was asked to be the closer, and just that difference of trying to pitch the 9th inning and getting the outs versus 7th and or 8th and having somebody to back him up.
That one's going to drop into center field for a hit. Kurt Suzuki is 2 for 4, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, it's coming up this Thursday as part of the Cinco de Mayo. 10,000 A's fans will receive an Athletico's T-shirt. It's presented by Chevy. It'll be May the 5th. It'll be a sunny afternoon day game against the Cleveland Indians. And we'll get to Coliseum Thursday on May the 5th. For tickets, call 877-493-BALL or go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets.
Now the A's have a chance to take the lead. Jesus, a walk and a single today. Takes outside. Scored a run in the 2nd, also grounded to short. Skies one to left field. Murphy, who was playing over near the line, gets over to his left to make the catch. 2 outs. Jesus 1 for 3 now, and that'll bring up Andy LaRoche.
Now batting, third baseman, number 21, Andy LaRoche.
A couple of more hits today for LaRoche. 2 for 3. And 6 for 10 now in this series. Suzuki actually runs pretty well, so he could indeed score an extra bases, although the Rangers playing the no doubles, their outfielders are very deep. A's have out-hit the Rangers 10-8. Outside, Rhodes thought maybe it was a strike. Talk about Rhodes getting better as he has gotten older. He said it's his 19th year in the big leagues. He was an all-star last year. The only time in his career that he's been an all-star. How about that with the Cincinnati Reds? Two very good years in Cincinnati in 09 and 2010. Cody Epley is throwing down in the Rangers bullpen. He was up just a couple innings ago. Three and one now to LaRoche. Pennington on deck. Epley down in the bullpen is a side armor.
There are some names in the Rangers bullpen that we have not been accustomed to hearing about. Epley's one of them.
3-1 pitch right down the middle, 3-2.
Part of the Rangers injured list. You swung at that pitch. Pretty good with that.
3-1.
Yeah, let it go.
Tie game. Bottom of the 8th.
Outfield playing against the wall.
Fly ball. Right center. Cruz coming in, fighting the sun a little bit, but he's got it. Side retired. A's tie it thanks to that man, Josh Willingham. Home run number 5.
Is brought to you by Xfinity, TV, phone, and internet. Reinvented. And by Chevrolet. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
Josh Willingham solo home run in the bottom of the 8th. It's tied this game, so 9th inning, 4-4. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and tune up your oil change, tune up and smog experts. Brian Fuentes comes on here in the 9th, and he's going to face a pinch hitter, Mike Napoli. Napoli hitting for Bourbon, and then it'll be top of the order Andrus and Moreland.
Former teammates with the Angels last year, as a matter of fact. He might have even caught him a time or two. It's Mike Napoli and Brian Fuentes.
Napoli with a home run in this series. This was game 2 on Saturday.
Ball from Brett Anderson, a nice easy swing from the power for right-handed going out to right center.
It's the only hit in this series for Napoli. He has walked 3 times. He's ahead of the count 2-0 here. Now 3-0. So Brian Fuentes, who pitched yesterday, finished the game, and it was an A's win, although it was not a save situation. So for the second day in a row, Fuentes pitching in a non-save situation. This game is tied in the ninth. 3-0 pitch right down the middle.
But he didn't swing at that one. Whew.
Napoli with 6 home runs on the year. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Tail on it, running away from Napoli, and now it's a full count.
I wouldn't say that he is like Ichiro in a lot of ways, but he doesn't like to walk. He likes to swing the bat. Ichiro, different style of swinging the bat, not walking a lot, but Napoli with his power, especially in fastball hitter counts, he's gotten to 3-2 after a mighty swing missing 3-1.
Good swing there and fouled it back. Rangers will head to Seattle after the game for a 3-game series up there. Pitch hit hard, one hop. Pennington on the backhand, throws in. They get Napoli for out number 1.
That is a great play by Cliff Pennington. Ball took him into the outfield. It was hit so hard. A one hopper by Napoli. Big, powerful swing, top spin, and Penny goes into the outfield grass to stop it first of all, and then sets himself, knows he has pretty good chance of, with his strong arm, to throw out Mike Napoli because he does not run particularly fast. And there's your perfect throw, four-seamer across the diamond. And he gets Napoli. That stretch is always by Derek Barton.
So here is Elvis Andrus. Strikeout, fielder's choice, single, and a sacrifice. Busy afternoon for Elvis Andrus. 1 for 3. And 6 for 16 in the series.
Now Pennington just great hands and watches the ball into his glove. And again, this is a matter of knowing who hit the ball, the speed of the hitter. He knows once he caught the ball, he did not have to rush his throw. It's a big first out.
Fly ball to right. Connor Jackson is underneath it, and that's out number 2.
Good comeback for Brian Fuentes. 3-0 to Napoli, got him out on a ground ball, and now
number 18,
Elvis Andrus. And actually a pretty good pitch that he threw for a ball is Andrus squared around the bunt, wanted to drag the ball, but a changeup threw off his timing. Oliver, the closer now until Felice comes back. So Eppley up, maybe for a tie game.
Eppley's thrown about 12 innings down in that hole.
He's ready.
He's definitely ready.
Actually, I think all he did was pick up the baseball and said, "I'm okay.
Yeah,
let's go."
He's getting his work in.
Until Felice comes back. Ron Washington using Darren Oliver as closer. The other guy's been around for a long time. 2 lefties in the bullpen. Rhodes and Oliver, long-time major leaguers.
Side corner strike. 1-1 to Mitch Moreland. In the bottom of the 9th, the A's will have Pennington, Ellis, and Barton. High fastball, swing and a miss, 1-2.
Well, good to see Brandon McCarthy get off the hook. As the home run by Willingham tied it, so either Holland nor McCarthy will get a decision. Brandon, a good job against his former team.
slice to left. Willingham's back near the track. He's got it, side retired. So that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Brian Fuentes. Bottom of the ninth coming up. We're tied at 4.
Number 55, Hideki Matsui. Your attention.
Well, the A's will try to win it here in the bottom of the ninth inning. It's a 4-4 game.
Now playing right field.
Bunch of changes for the Rangers. We'll give those to you in just a minute as Cliff Pennington set to lead things off here in the bottom of the ninth. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. It's the right-hander, Cody Epley. So Cody Epley, the good ERA in a short amount of time. So the A's will try to win it off Epley. The first pitch is low. Pennington is 2 for 3 with an RBI in the game.
The sidewinder, sometimes they have trouble with lefties. So far, 2 pitches not been close.
That one is a strike. And now 3-1. New outfield. Cruz in left, Murphy in center. Moreland moves out to right field. And Napoli stays in the game, and he's at first base. 3-1 pitch on the inside corner, and it's 3-2.
It's not a bad take. 3-1 with that kind of movement and forced him to throw a couple of strikes. And he thought maybe the pitch was inside, but a lot of movement. And
down the left field line and foul. So Ellis will be next. Cody Epley, first year in the big leagues, 25 years old. 6'5".
Cliff Pennington knows that Eppley has to elevate the sinker. Probably going to get that pitch. It's just a matter if he can not swing at a pitch down and out of the strike zone. Eppley again, third time, elevates the sinker.
Eppley pitched single A, double A, triple A last year in the big leagues here in 2011. Another foul ball. Virginia Commonwealth is the college from Pennsylvania. 10th pitch of this at bat, and the 3-2, and another foul ball.
If Pennington can get on, Mark Ellis, one of the best on the team at laying down a sacrifice bunt. First and foremost, Pennington, after fouling off 5 pitches with a couple of strikes, all after a 3-2 count.
And it just missed outside, and it's a leadoff walk. How about that at that?
From a slider. Time now for the Fremont Bank play of the game, and of course the big guy, Josh Willingham. There it is, 1-1. A solo home run. He knew it was gone, and he could trot this time after hitting an almost home run to right center. Josh Willingham helps the A's get to the bottom of the 9th inning with a tie game, and Pennington did take Missy over to Francesco's for dinner with that 12-pitch at bat. How about that? It's a great AB.
Bunted. It's going to get the job done. Eppley flips, and now the winning run is at second base with 1 out. So the A's will have a couple of shots at winning this baby here in the bottom of the 9th.
Connor Jackson and Willingham, a couple of righties to follow, and with the trouble that Eppley had, Cliff Pennington, the left-hander, you might consider with Derek Martin, first base open. See what Ron Washington decides to do, because Jackson's swinging the bat well, and we know what Josh Willingham has done today. They're going to walk.
There you go.
Set up 2.
Connor Jackson will have his chance. And there's ball 4. So Jackson comes up to the plate.
Now batting.
Well, the A's are thinking base hit. The Rangers are thinking a ground ball right at somebody. Jackson has hit into 3 double plays this year.
In these situations, you think one thing, and that's the right field. Trying to necessarily pull a pitch, especially with a sinker ball from this right-hander, and trying to pull you roll over. Pretty good chance it's going to be a double play. So fittingly, maybe this game ends on a mistake. The way the game has been played today, with the exception of Willingham's home run to tie it. But some miscues that helped 5 of the runs today of the 8 in the unearned category.
First pitch to Jackson is a strike. You saw the number of runners in scoring position. A's 1 for 10. Pennington, terrific speed. At second, the winning run. Swing and a miss, a little slider. And that was a pretty good one. Late break. Did not break a lot, but
just see the difference in a right-hander facing this sinker baller, and just think of Brad Ziegler, the success he's had with the movement and the frisbee slider. Ryan Fuentes trying to get the win by pitching a 9th inning. Grant Balfour gets loose in the bullpen. If it goes to 10, I'd like to see it end right here.
Another slider. Pretty good 0-2 pitch. Jackson takes it, and it's 1-2. Just a bit low, 2-2.
That's a great take. That's a pitch that is normally swinging, but on Jackson, a very good eye.
Epley's ready. Center field. Coming in is Murphy, and it just hung up, and Murphy makes the catch. Off the bat, thought it had a chance to be a game winner, but it hung up. Murphy catches it, 2 outs.
They're going to let Josh Willingham. You know, the guy that ties it usually wins it. Had to reach for it a little bit, the slider, but still a very good swing by Connor Jackson. Just got it up enough to keep it in the air long enough for Murphy make the play, and good idea that Cliff Pennington did not take off, thinking it was going to drop. So have a good day, Josh. It's your day.
A walk, a double, and a homer for Willingham. Also a strikeout, 2 for 3. First pitch in for a strike. It's a little drop it in there slider.
If you haven't seen a guy in this kind of delivery, it's not a bad way to really approach it. Try to see the release point.
So now it's 0-2. So good slider, and that one, a lot of sink on it, and Willingham swung over it. So 0-2. Willingham's going to have to fight back. Dirt. Nice block by Taylor Teagarden. Balfour warming up for the A's. Oliver for the Rangers.
Coco Crisp got into the bullpen. This ball in the dirt. Nice block by Teagarden. But Coco with a bat in his hand, trotting down to the bullpen. Yes, he could be used today if A's needed him. Oliver might be getting ready for Matsui even in this, the 9th inning, if that's the case.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Cody Epley works out of it. He gets Jackson and Willingham with the winning run at second. Extra. Radio, home of the Oakland Athletics, is Sports Radio 95.7 FM, the Bay Area's only FM sports station. Join these broadcasters Ken Clark, Vince Cotroneo, and Ray Fosse. Sports Radio 95.7 broadcasts start with the pregame show, the warm-up show, and the Bob Guerin Show. Following the game, Chris Townsend hosts A's Talk. That's the Oakland A's coming to you on Sports Radio 95.7 FM. Extra innings from the Overstock.com Coliseum. The A's and the Rangers tied at 4. A's, this will be extra inning game number 7 already. How about that? The Rangers, this is the first time. So the A's are used to this extra stuff. 3-3 in the first 6. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Grant Balfour comes in for the A's. He's been busy. His 13th appearance. And this is game number 29 for the Athletics. He'll face Young, Beltre, and Cruz, so he goes right to the heart of the order. Slider to Young, swing and a miss. So it's been Breslow, Ziegler, Wirtz, Fuentes, and Balfour out of the A's bullpen.
And remaining in the bullpen,
Blevins and Percy.
Rick Rodriguez, Casey Chavez, and Landon Powell. So first 2 are available, at least to pitch. Casey Chavez and Rick Rodriguez will not be participants in this game. Landon Powell could possibly. 2 very good sliders by Grant Balfour, the first 2 in this inning. Oh. Stay with the same pitch, and you get one of the best hitters to swing at 3 sliders out of the strike zone. That was great. And this is just smart pitching here, catching to stay with the pitch that you've had success.
So Young is retired, and here comes Adrian Beltre. Beltre's sacrifice fly in the 5th inning picked up his 23rd RBI. Darren Oliver is back loosening up for Texas.
And the hairdresser during the game. That's pretty good by Coco. And a fluff look, and now he's got it patted down and tied back. After 3 sliders to Michael Young, 2 fastballs missing outside to Adrian Beltre.
Fastball missed again. He's not missed by a lot, but just off the plate, 3-0.
Beltre looked to Dave Anderson, but I don't think Anderson gave a sign, and I don't know that Beltre was thinking about a sign. But high fastball for a strike.
A 3-1 slider, and Beltre took it, and he's got a walk. It's the 4th walk issued by A's pitchers today, and here's Cruz.
Now batting, number 17, Nelson Cruz.
Oh for 4 against Balfour in his career. 0 for 4 today. And 2 for his last 19. But very dangerous. And the first pitch, just a little bit outside.
So 1 fastball for a strike. His first 9 pitches. Got the 3 sliders to Michael Young. Maybe close for a called strike, but he swung at all 3.
Shallow right field. Jackson racing in, still racing in, goes into a dive, and he caught it.
Oh, my. Wow, what a play. Great hustle by Kerwin Danley. I thought he trapped it. I thought it short hopped into his glove. But a great play again by Connor Jackson. Made one in foul territory earlier. but a gutsy play, great chance, and he did catch him about a foot before he hit the ground hard. Extended the glove and able to stay with it. What a great shot, Ultramo. Glove down, looking the ball into the glove, get it up in the webbing, hit the ground hard, and a nice swan dive to finish up. Again, curling down to the first base umpire, hustling out so he could see the play at a close distance.
So 2 outs. Beltre still at first, and here's Murphy.
A great hustle, and again, a lot of times the guy might not even think about taking the chance of missing the ball like that. And maybe right now, where Connor Jackson is playing, he would never have gotten to it.
No.
He's not playing no doubles with 1 out. Here he is.
So 1-1 to Murphy, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Now the outfielder's very deep. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Slider in the dirt. Beltre stays at first. He and Kurt Suzuki having a little fun. Now full count. So that helps the Rangers because it allows Beltre to get moving.
But Eric Barton is asking, you want to hold him on? Usually yes. The left-handed batter, he's going to play off the bag a little bit so Beltre can get a little bit bigger lead, bigger jump. That's why he tried to play no doubles. So Beltre can't score for first if the ball is hit to the outfield.
There goes Beltre, and the pitch is way high. And now the go-ahead run is at second with 2 outs. How do you keep the runner from getting a good lead? Just do whatever you have to do. It's extra innings, man. Ron Romanek has walked to the mound. So a couple of walks here in the 10th. And put runners on first and second with 2 outs. Chris Davis is the hitter. Davis with a couple of singles today.
Now batting, number 19, Chris Davis.
So Davis steps in. Singled in the 4th and singled in the 8th. Takes high. Beltre, the runner at second, has pretty good speed.
Grant Balfour is getting the sign, set position and throwing, not looking back, and just trying to get nice rhythm and get the fastball down. Elevated them to Murphy walking him. First pitch to Davis, and we've seen Davis swings hard. 2 hits today, also grounded into double play.
Fastball high. A's shade Davis toward left center.
You see a mighty swing here if it's anywhere close to the fastball.
I think he's going to let her go. He did not, and he took a fastball right there.
Maybe once he gets to 2 strikes, that's when he's done his damage today. But surprisingly, he took that one, and that's sometimes you wonder. That's when you zone in right there. If it's there, going to swing. Especially 2-0 count. Suzuki wants to go through the signs again. He asked him to back off the mound after they could not come to an agreement.
Ooh, good breaking ball, missed outside. 3-1. Tried to go backdoor with a tight slider.
Right there, and Kirk, good job trying to keep it in. It had the height, just a little bit off the plate. And again, his strike zone east to west has not been very pitcher friendly today. That one it was, surprisingly.
So the count is full, and the runners will take off.
Fastball nailed the outside corner. He likes to throw his curve. He's got the good fastball.
He swung at ball 4, but fouled it back.
Ball 4, about 4.
How about strike 3?
I like it. I like it much better.
And he walked him just a bit low.
Taylor Teagarden been called back.
Who's it going to be?
Probably Olivo.
Torrealba.
I'm sorry, Torrealba, you're right. Olivo would have to travel fast and take his off day
Yes, he
to
would.
get here, wouldn't he?
Your attention, please.
Torrealba, one of those guys.
For Texas, batting for Teagarden.
He will give you a good at bat.
Won't take a lot, but that becomes a dangerous type of a hitter. He can expand his strike zone. Balfour pitched an effective 8th inning yesterday, but strikeout, great diving catch by Connor Jackson, the 2 outs, and then 3 walks. 3-1, 3-2, 3-2 on the bases on balls.
23 pitches in the inning for Balfour. And here's Torrealba. 1 for 22 with 12 strikeouts in his career as a pinch hitter. Beltre at third, Murphy at second, Davis at first. All 3 walked. 2 outs. Slider to Torrealba. That was a good one for a strike.
Remember, you started Michael Young 3 of those to start this inning. Way back, seems forever. 3 pitches, 3 strikeouts, or 3 strikes of sliders.
First 2 pitches to Torrealba sliders. That one way outside. So the count 1-1. Maybe he feels more comfortable with that pitch today. Who knows?
You might want to go back to it. Kurt Suzuki is going to ask to go through the signs again. Now they're going to talk about it. And this could be a case where, as you mentioned, Balfour is more comfortable with a certain pitch. You might say, yeah, I agree with you, but maybe the slider is the one I feel more comfortable.
Torrealba with 3 homers and 7 RBIs on the season.
And the outfield playing their normal distance, the depth. Torrealba, good hitter to the opposite field, especially if he gets the sliders away.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
A little extra giddy up on that fastball. 92 up in the zone. Just tardy. Simple as that.
Slider just dribbled foul. Torrealba somehow got a piece of that one.
Might have been a wild pitch had he not made contact.
I think it would have been in the dirt.
Because that was going to be a tough pitch for Kurt Suzuki to block. Got it out in front. Got it before it bounced.
pop-up. Foul territory. Barton racing over, and it drops just into the seats.
Matsui would lead off the bottom of the 10th, probably against Darren Oliver, who has warmed up so much he's going to get some water. He's thrown a couple of innings down there himself.
Slider outside, 2-2.
Off the plate, this one up, and not a bad pitch. It's one of Michael Young swung at, but Troy Alvin did not.
Fastball struck him out swinging. So Grant Balfour has to work hard, but he gets out of the jam, and the Rangers leave him. The Rangers off the board. So now they'll try to go home with a win here in the bottom of the 10th. Torrealba, after striking out with the bases loaded, stays in the game behind the plate. We got a new pitcher. Torrealba heading out to talk to the veteran left-hander Darren Oliver. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. 1-2 with a 2.38 ERA for Oliver, with Neftali Feliz on the disabled list for a little bit of time. Oliver has been closing games for the Rangers. He's not had a lot of opportunities to do it. He is considered the closer right now. He faces Matsui, Suzuki, De Jesus. There's a drive, and this baby is gone. A walk-off for Matsui. A's win it 5-4.
What took him so long?
First hit of the day.
What a great shot. 5 walks in the 9th inning. Not one could score. Hideki Matsui, third walk-off home run. He waited for Darren Oliver to come in. And one swing of the bat. And that was it.
So Matsui's third home run of the year is a walk-off here at the Coliseum. And let's take a look. Why not?
Got the fastball inside part of the plate, just enough, and there's no doubt when you've hit as many as Matsui, you knew he's gone. Everybody did. Just a great sound of the bat. What a great shot, and especially a no-doubter. That's what makes it even more special. Well, the guys knew coming in, they wanted to play well against the Rangers. They lost Saturday, but 3 of 4, and they welcome Hideki Matsui. And maybe the month of April is over.
Look at that, right?
Yes, that's great. Keep the helmet on because you're going to get pounded. And the youth want to make sure that he touched home plate, and he did. Great shot.
So we're going to talk with Hideki Matsui and his interpreter Roger in just a moment. But terrific win. Ace tie it late on the Willingham home run, win it in the 10th on the Matsui home run. And boy, you take 3 out of 4 from the Rangers early in the season. You do it at home. I think it's a good momentum builder as you get ready for a hot Indians team.
Well, and especially if a team has a few guys on the disabled list, which all teams do, you have to take advantage. The A's definitely did 3 of 4.
So you saw the great reaction with the teammates waiting for Hideki Matsui at home plate, and I'm sure that felt wonderful. And the guys are standing by downstairs, Hideki and Roger, his interpreter. Hideki, you didn't wait around. First pitch swinging. Obviously, you've seen Darren Oliver many times before. Were you looking for something on that first pitch?
松井選手、初球を、狙ったような感じだったんですが、その打席では、過去にもダレン・オリバーと、対戦はされているのですが、あちらでは何かその初球狙いというか何か特別狙ってたっていうのはありました。
でもとにかくストレートの甘いボール狙ってたんですけど、それがね本当に真ん中に来ましたね、初球ね。
Yeah, no, I was just looking for a fastball somewhere over the plate, and the first pitch I got was exactly that, and put a good swing on it.
You know, one thing, Hideki, you had time, and you knew Darren Oliver was going to be coming in. He might have faced you in the 9th inning had you come up. What kind of preparation in sitting on the bench as the designated hitter, knowing that you're going to be facing the left-hander, were you doing to prepare for that at bat?
いずれダレン・オリバーがその松井選手、左バッター、そのマッチアップとして入ってくるという多分予想はされてたと思うんですけど、そのダグアウトでそれを待ってて、どういうふうなその準備っていうのをされてましたか？
その前の回がねちょっと長くなってちょっとヒヤヒヤしながら見てたんでね、あんまり考えてはなかったんですけど、とにかく、入ってくることは分かってたんで、とにかくもうずっと自分がね打席に入った時にはね集中してね、自分の狙い球だけを絞っていこうっていう、それだけ考えてました。
Yeah, the 9th inning, it actually, took a long time, and I was sort of just watching, wondering what may happen, and sort of I wasn't really thinking about that, but I was just going to, I had a feeling he was going to come in at some point, and I was going to just focus on at the plate and just try to make sure I get a good pitch to swing.
Well, Hideki, it's certainly still early in the year, just the 2nd day of May, but how important is it to not just win a series, but take 3 out of 4 from a team that you're going to be battling for all season long in your division, no doubt about that.
こういった形で、特にこれからね、攻防戦になるというチーム相手に、4試合中3勝するっていうのはどれだけ重要なことでしたか？
今日はね特にねこういう競ったゲームになったし、今日はねどうしてもね勝たなくちゃいけないっていうかね、そういう気持ちがねやっぱ試合途中からねかなり強くなってたんで、今日の勝利はね本当に我々にとってはね大きな勝利になるような気がします。
Yeah, today was, I think, a very key game, a very important game, especially in this 4-game set, that we really had to play well. And as the game went along, as the innings went along, I think it became more and more important to make sure that we capture this one. And so I think the team did a great job.
One final thought. I was talking to a good friend, Isao, and he said that how important it is for Ichiro, the Mariners, Hideki Matsui, to play well because the unfortunate incidents, the earthquake, the tsunami that's happened in Japan, and how the homeland, the country, watching the players play here. How much are you thinking about that, Hideki, and what does this mean to be able to hit a big home run where you know that they're all going to find out about it?
ある意味マリナーズのイチロー選手、松井選手も、日本のために、ある意味その背負っているものっていうのが、特に今その日本の現状、その状況が、 特別だと思うんですけど、どれだけそれを意識しながら、プレーされてますか？
もちろんね、アスレチックスがね勝利に導くっていうね、そのことだけを考えてるんですけど、やっぱり心の中にはね、やっぱりそういう、ね、被災に遭った方々へのね、励ましの気持ちっていうかね、自分が頑張ることによってね、そういうことにつながればいいなっていうことはね、心のどっかで必ずいつも思ってます。
Obviously, the focus is really to win for the team, for the athletics to help contribute and win. But somewhere inside of me, I'm always thinking about all the victims that unfortunately that happened there. And my hopes are that somehow our performance on the field can bring some sort of strength or anything like that for the people in Japan.
Odeki, thank you very much. Congratulations. Roger, thanks for your help. We appreciate it.
ありがとうございました。
はい、Thank you.
So what a day, huh?
Great
Just
day.
Early on, a little bit sloppy, but it ends in walk-off fashion. Nothing better than a walk-off home run, especially against the Rangers, a team you're really going to be battling with all year.
Well, the Angels in Boston watching this game and seeing what happened here, but I think from the A's standpoint, remember their home record was not that great coming into this series, and placing two very good teams leading the division when they started. The Rangers, the Indians coming in tomorrow night to win 3 of 4 to get a nice roll going. And remember, the month of May, 2-0. That's important because the month of April, 1 game under 500, playing very good, solid baseball, considering the unearned runs the A's gave up today to be able to win this ball game, win 3 of 4. It's a great way to start the month of May, and especially in this series.
So Willingham's home run ties it in the 8th inning. Matsui's home run wins it in the bottom of the 10th. A walk-off today at the Coliseum. So the A's win it 5-4 in 10 innings. So the A's now 15-14, and they will get ready for the red-hot Cleveland Indians. Indians will be in town for a 3-game series starting tomorrow night. We'll see you then. Don't go away. A's post-game live with Henry Wolford and Shooty Babbitt is set to go. The gentlemen are going to break this one down. A's win it 5-4.